Ken Paxton. We had him on a bunch of times. And he's talking about the Texas situation. And can you, from your perspective, what did you hear him say, and were you troubled or nervous about it at all?
Well, yes, because the way I phrased the question was, Ken, when earlier this week, when they said we couldn't enforce our laws, we had a lot of Texans that were like, to hell with that. And I said, there's an old saying, don't mess with Texas. And I think a lot of people take that, to heart. And how do you keep people calm and on the right path when they feel like they're being railroaded? And he didn't give me calming advice. He said, well, we have the next election. He said, but in the end, if you don't have a rule of law, if you have a court system or a country that says you cannot protect your own people, then you don't have a constitutional republic anymore. And we're back to the Declaration of Independence and requiring people to stand up for it. Okay. Now, I don't want to go all bloodbath here.
Right.
Because he did talk about the election. And he did say stand up. He didn't say go to war. But I walked away from that interview feeling as though that was a historic comment. Maybe not the top of the page, but at least a footnote kind of comment of where we are. When you have the Attorney General of Texas, who's very smart, very well spoken. He's an attorney. He watches his words. When you are down to even making mention of the Declaration of Independence to Texans, that shows we are way down the road in unsafe territories. And I want to make it very clear, unless you want to live like they live in that beautiful island of Haiti, you don't want a civil war.
No.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want a society to break down.
Yeah, civil war, bad. But we're going to go with bad on that one. I mean, you look at Haiti, they don't even have good weapons in Haiti. And it's a complete catastrophe.
I know.
God only knows what. So, I mean, but I don't think, obviously, I don't think Ken Paxton's calling for something like that. But it does.
No, he's not.
Yeah, and he's not. And he mentioned just standing up and fighting. Look, we all stand up every day to argue on behalf of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. But it does feel like this is something we've talked about a few times, Glenn. It does feel like we have the courts in the way of catastrophe, and then that's it. And I constantly go back to that.
Sheriffs.
I feel like, gosh, just a couple of people really standing in the way now of losing our republic. I mean, you've talked about it hanging by a thread many, many times. It feels like we're kind of there.
Oh, yeah, we are. The Constitution's hanging by a thread, and we're in a scissors factory. And the guy rushing to save it is Edward Scissorhands. I mean, we're not really in a stable place. I don't know if you missed that.
That is the perfect analysis as to where we are as a country, hanging by a thread with Edward Scissorhands coming to save us. Can't say it better than that. Glenn Beck.